All right, Shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to your power, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakar Kudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the season word, and our truth and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to title this lesson, This is the Second Death. And this is a scripture quoted from Revelation 20:14, which I'm about to read, which that second death is when once the Lord returns, the because it's a balance with how about Shemer Shai. When he returns, there's going to be a deliverance as well as a destruction, man. Because what was the first death? It was the deliverance of Noah, his sons, and their wives, man. Noah, his wife, his three sons and their wives, man. And everyone else, died of that flood, which was made of water, but this time it's gonna be with fire by the way of those thermonuclear missiles, man. You know. But I'm gonna read this scripture, this Revelations 20:14. It says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death." Now, for you so-called Christians, wacky Christians, how is hell being cast into the lake of fire? So now the Lord made a super hell or something, man? No, that lake of fire is when America is going to be fully engulfed in flames, man, by the way of those missiles, because it's about justice, man, with Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Lord said he that matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that in Proverbs. Because that second death, that's man. That's gonna be a horrible judgment, man. When those missiles drop. Okay, that's not gonna be an instant death, man. Just how people that during the days of Noah was Lord will like get that, those people had to suffer, man. Drowning is that's a you in a process of dying. You don't die instantly, man. It's gonna be the same way with these people here today, man. So this is Proverbs 20:26-27. He said, "Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him." So yeah, these Edomites dealing with your New World Order, man. Hey, you're gonna fall in that pit, man. Because ultimately, that stone is gonna be rolled on America, man. Because that's how you establish. That's how America truly became a respected superpower, man. When they really fully took hold on Earth, man. Is when they dropped them missiles on them Ammonites, them gooks, man. It's saying that they got the juice now. So guess what? That's how you truly got into power. This is how you're gonna be taken out of power, man. Because and these devils, they know they're mad scientists. And the Lord, he gave this place a few scares. I was just recently looking at the documentary on the Cuban Missile Crisis, man. So these devils, they knew they created a weapon of mass destruction, man. Now and I know I seen one lady on the interview. She was like, they need to get on the island and just and talk about it and don't take them out till they destroy all of them. But now this is the plan of your how about Shimei Shai, man. The Lord has sent it up for these people. They all proud. They don't even know what's going on, man. We're in the midst of war right now, man. World War III is here, man, and it's not out there for you people to even understand, man. You get these proxy wars. You got wars on online wars. Hackers. trade wars, all these things is building up to the discretion. But we know that chip has to come first, man. You know, the chip is gonna come first for the discretion car. So hey, we got to get the hard part out the way before we see, the discretion of this place, man. You know, but this is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16 said, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy." So yeah, that's the Lord Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord, he matter of fact, let's get that in Revelations, man. Because the Lord, he put into these scientists' mind to do that, man. That's the smith, the modern day smith is the scientist, man. Because what is the ultimate weapon of the earth right now, man? Those missiles. You can't come up against a AK-40, whatever, AK, even a rocket launcher. Now those thermonuclear missiles, man, those the most damage, man. You can't come up against that, So that's that waster to destroy, because one will wipe out a whole city, man. Now with the Satan 2 said, wipe out the whole state of Texas, man. So, but that's the work of Yahweh Shai, because one thing that he delights in is judgment, man. He delights in judgment. So let's get this in Revelations chapter 4 and verse 11. It says, "Thou art worthy, O Lord, Yahweh Shai, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created." So these missiles were created for the pleasures of the Lord, because those are the weapons going to be used to judge this place of America, which, let's get that in Jeremiah. One of the things that the Lord delights in is judgment, man. So that's going to be a beautiful thing to when America be destroyed. Even the scripture also says that rejoice. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that in Revelation 18, I believe. It said, "Rejoice, holy prophets, for the Most I have avenged you on." Because the Lord delights in that, man. So this is Jeremiah 9 and 24. So, "But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me." Yeah, and that's what we do. That's why we do these videos constantly, man. Thoroughly, going through these scriptures, man. That's how we glory in Yahweh Shai. We tell you that we know these scriptures, man. And that's we teach these scriptures with authority, man. This is how we glory, and that's how we glory, man. With these scriptures, man. The scripture said on one that play well on an instrument, ones that a poor man is honored for his skill. What's their skill? Able to navigate through these scriptures, man. You can't take that. That's why I said lay up your treasures up in heaven, man. Because one thing man can't take from you is your knowledge, man. Only how about Shai can do that, man. That's why this thing is scary, man. Well, you got to pray that you part of this, man. Because one of the subject I'm speaking on now, that second death. You should want to escape that, man. You should want to escape that, because that's not going to be a pleasing day if you eat those missiles, man. But this is Jeremiah 9 and 24. It says, "But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise in loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord." So, the thing that he delight is judgment, man. So, he created these scientists. Matter of fact, let's get it in Proverbs. Because these Edomites, man, you devils. Hey, man, and I was thinking about lesson 2. Your wrong will be worse than our wrong, man, because you talking about hell. That's a condivised fable, man. Yeah, okay, you burning hell, but guess what? According to the scripture, the Lord said that was an abomination to him, man. he said that he won't put that in your thoughts, man. I mean, that was never in his thoughts to do that, you know. So hey, the according to the scriptures, that hell down that. So what is hell, man? You Christians, you know, you so called Christians, but the hell you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna eat the missiles, man. Then when you come back reincarnate, you're gonna have to live with it. And for you eat them, you have to live with it for 1,000 years of hardcore bondage. You know, then you're gonna be extinct, man. So which one would you rather believe in, man? You know. So hey, man, depending on what side you're in. So that's why these Edomites know these scriptures are real, and they try to, you know. But back to the point. Let's get this in Proverbs 16 in verse 4. It said, "The Lord hath made all things for himself." We just read that in Revelation, the 4th chapter. It says, "Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil." See, because in that day, the Lord's gonna be pleased in that day, man. You know, he's gonna be pleased because he created certain spirits to appease his wrath, man. You know, matter of fact, and that's why the spirit of the Lord is gonna be in them missiles, man. You know, matter of fact, let me get that in. I think that's in Ecclesiasticus. Because you got to understand, man, that day is that's gonna be a heavy day. That's gonna overshadow Egypt, man. You know. Let's see. Yeah, Khan. This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. It said, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Hey, and look, like continuing on, it says, "Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance." So all those things that were created to do those things, that was made to appease the wrath of the Lord, man. You know, just like the out wrong bringing out at the count. You know, a woman, if she committed adultery, she should be put to death. That's the only way to appease that wrath, but it's gonna linger, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you go ahead and blot that sin out of Israel, you feel better, man. You know, because it's just like it's like a little bug, man, and it just grows like a parasite that grows. You got to go ahead and cut that thing off, man. Cut that parasite off, man. So the only way for the Lord to be appeased, his wrath to be appeased, is with fire and hell and famine and death. So those things appease the wrath of the Lord. You can't get around. You can't just say the Lord's Prayer. Now you saved now, man. No, the Spirit said the Spirit's created vengeance, but that fire and hell, those missiles, man. You know, those missiles. You know. So I know I said something about the days of Noah, man, because in that day, that was the and that day that the first raindrop came, man. Hey, they knew that then Noah wasn't crazy then, man. You know, and you gotta understand the Lord is balanced. It rained water last time, you know. This time it's gonna be with fire. By the way, those missiles, you know, because that's just the Lord can literally have fireballs come down from him. Yeah, he can do that, man. But it's gonna be it's justice, man. How did America do these countries, man? They bombing the hell and back too. You know, all these aerial assaults, but ultimately when they firmly established their power when they did that to the Ammonites, man, over there in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So this place is gonna happen the same way. That's why they call it Virgin Daughter of Babylon, because it haven't been touched by war. You know, and you can say what a civil war. It was Spanish American, French American, British, but Edomites, man. That's like a woman playing with herself. So that's why all these missiles. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All these missiles, man, it's going to be from all these other countries and their allies as well, other Edomite countries as well. But it's going to be from other countries, other these heathens, the Koreans, because in that day, you're going to know it's a high power, man. Those missiles is going to be lined up. The Joel, the second chapter, they're going to be lined up in certain ways. They ain't going to bump into each other, So you're going to know in that day, man, that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that power, man. So this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 14. He said, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spend on arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord." So guess what? They let you know this is going to be an aerial attack. Because you see all you nations round about against Babylon. So it's going to be an aerial attack, man. And by the way of those thermonuclear missiles, all you that bend the bows, it says, spare no arrows. So just those were the things that were created for the pleasure of the Lord, man. Because they were going to appease his wrath, man. But this is the only way this bitch Babylon, that's the only way we can talk about it. You just got to get burned up, man. Like a woman could tuck a thing way out of things. Only way we got to do it, you got to be burned up, man. This is what's going to please the Lord, man. Is America being destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, man. Let's see. So yeah, this is 2 Peter chapter 2. And I started verse 5. It says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah the 8 persons, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And yeah, because in that day, when what happened, it came out of nowhere, man. It said it knew not till the flood came, because when all hell break loose, man, it's gonna come quick, and because it's like the climax of the movie, man. That's what we leading up to, the climax of existence right now, man. It said for the day of the Lord. That's what the day we approach it. It's a certain day, man. It's called the day of the Lord, man. The return of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. The day the Lord's going to deliver us from the second death, man. That's going to be a very heavy, it's going to trump Egypt, man. Because, this is spiritual Egypt, There's going to be because that deliverance, man, it was super dramatic, It was set up to where the waters took all night. It gave them just enough time for the Egyptians to catch up right behind them, from a certain distance, Hey man, it was so dramatic, man. And like the scripture said, the righteous shall be scarcely saved, man. So the discretion and the deliverance are going to happen at the same time. We're going to get beamed up, low in part of that number, and while the missiles are falling, man, that's going to be a heavy moment, man. But that's the second death. Is the thermonuclear missiles, man. The Lord scripture says it's going to look like a beast of destruction, man. Because it's going to be a destroying wind made of fire, man. But I can manage to hold it with edifying, while praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Shai, by Shema Dash. They will honor to the positive as a great millstone. Shalom to the elect, teach word, and out your sincerity. Shalom. DTA. Abad Babal.